Welcome back, everybody. I've got some special episodes coming up for you. Recently, we had a masterclass from J.Massey, aka the Cash Flow Diary. If you've never heard of J.Massey, you're going to by the end of this podcast. He came in and did a very special session for the Boostly Academy members, and he wowed everybody. What I want to do is I wanted to take that hour and a half interview, break it down to short little daily segments that you can consume and put into practice for your own business. Some of the videos are going to be very visual. So if you're listening on the audio version, please do jump over to the YouTube channel, type in Boostly J.Massey, and you'll be able to see the video version. But most important, what I want for you to do is to see the feedback, to see what he was giving to the host, and then see how you can put it into your own business. If you want to go find out more about Jay, it's at Cashflow Diary. I just want to say a big thank you to Jay for doing this. He's a very busy man. His approach, his method, his why is so powerful, and it was super honest, as he always is. He's very, very popular on the Clubhouse. I appear in a room with him every Thursday at 6 p.m. UK time, and he's always helping and giving, and I just sit back and I am at awe of how clever and the advice he's able to give. It helps me improve as well, which is, I never thought I'd get that from Clubhouse, but Jay gives that. So again, thank you from me to Jay, to the Boostly Academy members, and thank you to you for tuning in today. I hope you enjoy it. Please, as always, send your feedback to mark@boostly.co.uk. And without further ado, let's get on with today's episode. Okay, so let's dial in some tactics. Now, something that I picked up on that you said that I really liked is you have to become the go-to. So for example, when someone says to a coworker or a friend, hey, I'm flying into Orange County, or I'm going to London, or I'm going to wherever, where do you recommend? So this is about becoming the go-to. It's something I've touched upon, but I'd love to get your take on how some real simple steps that don't cost anything. How would you become the go-to in your local area? What are some of the simple little quick tactics that hosts can take to becoming that go-to?
The easiest way to become the go-to is, I looking at it this way. You know where your hospital is. And the reason you know where the hospital is because if you have a problem, you want to know where to go to get it solved. You become the hospital, AKA tell everyone about the problem you solve. Everyone wants to bring you their problems. Nobody wants their problems. No one wants to keep their problems all to themselves and say, no one wants to do that. They want somebody else to solve the problem. So if you advertise, I solve landlord vacancy, landlords will bring you their problem. I solve displaced people during floods, fires, and other natural disasters. They will bring you their problem. That's really what it comes down to. So long as you continually have that message, but the way that you get their attention to have that message is very singular as well. And it's what you do here on this podcast, and what you've known is that he or she who educates their market dominates it, period, hands down, point blank. I didn't even say get paid for educating. I just be willing to educate the market. And you can do that in too many different ways, from simple Instagram, Twitter, TikTok posts, all the way to, courses and mentorships and a whole bunch of other things. The point is, you become the go-to person that has the answer to whatever the problem is. And the more complicated the problem, the better, because that funnel narrows, right? It just gets narrower and narrower because there aren't as many people who know what you know, right? And that's really what it comes down to. For example, in my case, one of our uniquenesses is we know how to use a person's retirement plans and involve it into their business in such a way that you can unlock the value in that retirement plan. For example, many people go to a hard money lender. Well, I'll go to people who are recently laid off, which sounds like that doesn't make any sense. Yet, the rules around retirement plans simply say if you're no longer working there, you can do many things with that retirement plan. It's been that way since 1974, but most people don't know it. And because they don't know, we become the educator. And because we educate them, we're often the only outlet they have to express what they just learned. So we intentionally adopt a strategy around educating, always. And the simplest way, here's something every person listening, watching, reading the transcript can do. You can host a cash flow game. And it sounds silly, but I promise you, I can trace millions, and I mean millions, many millions of dollars to cash flow games. And that's how it started, because I didn't have some super marketing strategy. I was squatting in bank-owned property. I needed a way to get other people's attention. Education is it, but if you make education fun vis-a-vis a board game, not only will they show up, they'll bring friends.
Having a blast, gonna get it on the Bruce Lee podcast. Bruce Lee like Bruce Lee, cause it's so hard and the T is loose leaf. Making up those rhymes, don't write it, just do it loosely.